and welcome back to Taya's Christmas Villages 2025. This year I'm going to be doing the village in a different room, and this will be in my office. It's a very functional office right now. It's quite narrow. However, it will allow me much more depth to build my Christmas village and have it in various heights. So it's exciting. I've had a busy year this year. I've had surgery early this year and I've recovered very well. Went to Portugal for a couple of weeks, which was lovely, absolutely lovely. And now I'm ready to get started again on my Christmas village building. The biggest problem I have in this room is the large window that I have right here. It's a beautiful window. It lets in lots of light, but for my purpose of my Christmas village, I'm going to have to cover it up, and I've experimented with different ways of doing that. Basically because I'm going to have a backdrop that includes a scene cloth backdrop with the night lights behind it, so that in the evening you'll see the stars twinkling through the backdrop. I've had to try to discover which way would be the best way to cover that window up, and I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I will. I'm also using, as last year, I'm using these dollar store cork boards to cover my walls and the window. They are lightweight, they're easy to apply, and they will not fall down like the heavy canvases that I used to use. I discovered last year that this was a really good system in how to build a night sky by putting the fairy lights on top with just a stapler or tacks. So stay tuned. So as you can see, I now have completely covered the window. Let me explain how I did that. The bottom panels were just placed there. There's a tension rod behind those bottom panels, and on the tension rod I placed a row of command strips such as this. And on the back of the corkboard I also placed the command strips, and I stuck them together, so they are adhered together, and they're holding up the bottom part of the panels of the corkboard. Now the top ones I added by using black duct tape, and in front of the top ones, which are being held by the bottom ones, I placed a tension rod. Now it's not very straight, I have to straighten that out, but the tension rod will be there for the purpose of holding up the backdrop against the corkboards. So once I've completed covering all the walls in this room with corkboard and added the fairy lights for the twinkle stars, then I will be adding the backdrop with command strips to the corkboard, and when it's nighttime and the lights are low, you will be able to see the twinkling stars through the backdrop. Let me show you the backdrop that I have chosen. I purchased this online. And in the daytime, you will be able to see the scenery. And in the nighttime, you will be able to see the twinkling lights through the backdrop. I think it's very pretty. It's actually the size of the complete wall. That's how big it is. I have two other backdrops that are the same as this, one for that wall and one for that wall. So my next steps will be taking down all the photos, cleaning up this room, moving the desk, moving the printer, and adding the corkboard to the rest of the walls. I won't show you that, it's rather tedious, and I did show you that last year. Once I've got that up, I'll come back and I'll show you how I added the twinkle lights to the corkboard. So one step at a time. See you soon. Hello again. It's another day today. This is the third day I've been working on this. I have almost completed putting the corkboard up against all the walls. This wall here is complete, and the back wall is done 2/3 of the way, or maybe 3/4 of the way. And I ran out of corkboard, so I need to go back to Dollarama and pick up some more corkboard. So I'll probably need about 8 more panels, which I will pick up today and continue. I put the backdrop up temporarily just to see how it would look and see if it fits my expectations. I mean, you never know ahead of time what it will look like when you're completed. It's all up here in the brain, and to translate that back into reality is a bit of a struggle at times. But I put the backdrop up. I'm quite pleased with how it looks. Let me just move out of the way. It's not completely straight, but it is temporary. And I see it looks quite nice. I think once the twinkle lights are on behind the backdrop, they will come through nicely. This would be with the light off. Now, I'm going to need to ask my son, one of my sons, to install a dimmer light here, because when the light goes on, it's very bright. So now you can see it a little bit better. I also have to iron the backdrop because there's a lot of creases in it right now. However, when that's done, it'll give you the idea of how that looks. That's going to be a real big nook, actually. Quite a large area. I'm quite pleased with that. There are some holes in the tables. There's like not quite enough table and desks to cover the entire space. So I'm going to need to buy a piece of plywood to just lay on top. But that will be something I can do. It's always a matter of sorting out what the issues are and deciding how to fix them. That's a big part of setting up the Christmas village every year. So off to the store, purchase a few more supplies and keep on trucking. Hello once again. I've continued with the completion of all of the wall covering with the black corkboard. And I've actually attached the backdrops by staple gun to the top of the corkboards. Well, not quite the top, but as far as it can go up. I've completed this one and this one, and now I'm busy stringing the lights in the back. So I put the backdrop up on the corkboard first, just attached it at the top with the staple gun, and then I went underneath the backdrop to staple the lights onto the corkboard, and I'll show you how I did that. So you can see that I've stapled the lights onto the corkboard. And there, where I did not want the lights to shine through, I covered that with black duct tape. So this is what it looks like with the light on. It's quite pretty. And then I'll shut the light off and show you what it looks like with the light off. It's quite bright, but as the batteries die down a little bit, they will dim. I'm quite happy with that. And I plan to do that across the entire backdrop on this side and this backdrop as well, which I don't have up as yet. So as you can see, this week we've made good progress. We've got a really good start to the Christmas Village for 2025. As the weekend progresses, I will take Sunday off, but until Sunday and probably Monday, I will continue with this and putting the lights up behind this backdrop and adding the other backdrop and putting lights behind there. So next week I will be making a new video. At that point, we will be putting the platform down, all the tables and desks and everything together, covering it possibly with a styrofoam or plywood. I'm not sure yet which one would work better, because I have all the dungeon tiles that I created this last January. I want to place them all in the proper position and plan out exactly where everything will be going. I hope to build a mountain in this corner here with the castle on top, and then having the various levels around the mountain coming down with the houses and whatnot all around it. Then on this side, possibly a skating rink and a city center with a center Christmas tree, and we'll see how all that planning goes. It's very much fly by the seat of my pants, like always. So stay tuned. Next week we'll have week 2 out. I plan to make 1 video a week and possibly publish it on Friday or Saturday. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Take care. Wishing you peace and blessings. Goodbye.